Roll out the green carpet and get out your acceptance speech because we have your Backstage Pass to Hollywood. Backstage Pass starts now.
In 5,
4,
3,
2.
are you ready?
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Backstage Pass, where we give you the scoop on all things entertainment. I'm Hannah Bolkowski.
And I'm Eric Valenti. Grab your cheesesteaks and tasty cakes because this Backstage Pass is Philly themed.
Let's get this jawn started. Sadly, our beloved Eagles didn't end up winning the big game last week, but I think we all won after hearing Rihanna's performance. I'm curious to see how we would rank other Super Bowl halftime shows, so that's exactly what we will do. Bring up the picks.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
I am too. It was iconic.
Rapid fire. Go to the next one.
Next
I don't
one.
even care.
Lady Gaga.
I'm gonna say The Weeknd only because it was really iconic.
Lady Gaga was flying, so.
Fly out of here. Next one. Okay, J-Lo and
Beyonce.
Shakira.
I'm going Beyonce.
I'm also gonna go Beyonce. That was a really good performance though.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, Rihanna's performance was definitely something. I mean, her outfit was amazing, the dancing was okay, vocals popped off, but let's be real, there was some funny and memeable moments. First, let's talk about Rihanna's set. Rihanna and her dancers took over the field with these hanging platforms, and we were all thinking the same thing. It was giving Super Smash Bros. The dancers were good, but the outfits, who designed them? It was a mix of Michelin Man and a marshmallow. But my favorite meme was this one, white blood cells to the rescue. While her performance was a 6 out of 10 in my opinion, Rihanna really gave fans a surprise.
In more Rihanna-related news, it was revealed during her halftime performance that the pop star is in fact pregnant with her second child. If you weren't aware, Rihanna had her first child in May, and this time, almost no one knew she was pregnant, not even her dad. But it was easy to tell when we all saw that baby bump. Props to her for performing on those floating platforms while preggers. The performance overall was great because we got to focus on Riri's voice, which is something that doesn't always happen at the halftime shows. Also, go Birds.
I'm not a big football girly, but I love the Super Bowl for not only the halftime show, but for the commercials too. This year, I feel like they were okay, but I still have 3 that I feel are worth shouting out. First, the Breaking Bad commercial for the food company Popcorners. The ad brought back the duo of Jesse Pinkman and Walter White. It's so funny, and if you've seen Breaking Bad, there were a lot of references too. T-Mobile had a commercial paying homage to the movie Grease, and John Travolta and others were featured singing. While people thought it was cute, it was too cringy for me. But there was also a Clueless-themed commercial for a company that I already forgot because I was just so excited to see Alicia Silverstone reprise her role as Cher.
It would be wrong not to mention Abbott Elementary's Cheryl Lee Ralph's performance of Lift Every Voice. Her vocals were incredible, and while she did state in an interview that she was nervous to perform, you couldn't tell at all. Her version of the song included a choir, and the way everyone's voices came together was amazing. Oh right, the Philly connection is that Ralph's husband, Vincent Hughes, is from Philly. See, I didn't forget the theme.
One of Hollywood's favorite couples broke up, maybe. Machine Gun Kelly and Megan Fox are supposedly done. There was a lot of drama that happened, so let's break it down. Megan Fox had deleted all of her posts and shared a post of herself captioning it with a reference to Beyonce's lyrics about Jay-Z cheating on her. Obviously, fans thought she was hinting at MGK cheating on her. To make it worse, she unfollowed everyone on her page except for 3 people who had issues with her ex-fiancé. But now, Megan Fox has said she's not giving up on Machine Gun Kelly. So the internet's a little confused, and so am I. But I can't say I'm surprised with this couple.
Let's talk about a duo who are a tad less controversial at the moment. If you haven't heard, Tina Fey and Amy Poehler are going on their first comedy tour together entitled Restless Leg Tour. Fey stated that the routines will include comedy, improv, and maybe even slow dancing. They will be performing in DC, Boston, Chicago, and Atlantic City. Get your tickets if you like Mean Girls-esque humor. Oh right, I need a PA connection. Tina Fey is in fact an Upper Darby, PA native.
It's been known for a while that Lady Gaga is playing Harley Quinn alongside Joaquin Phoenix in the upcoming Joker sequel, Folie à Deux. The film's director Todd Phillips posted a first look of the on-screen couple. I, for one, am so ready to see this duo on the big screen when it comes out in October.
If the Joker can't get you to laugh, maybe Barney can, or both could horrify you. Anyways, the beloved children's show Barney is returning in 2024. Mattel's relaunch of this purple dinosaur comes with a modern, sleek look. He will be featured in television, film, YouTube, and some kids' products.
The Brit Awards happened a couple weeks ago, and there are some moments that we have to talk about. Firstly, Sam Smith walked the red carpet in this weird, inflatable, latex black bodysuit thing. I mean, go off. But the internet is saying it's giving burnt rotisserie chicken. In other Brit news, Harry Styles won 4 Brit Awards, including Best Song, Best British Album, and Best Artist. But the singer also thanked members from his former band, One Direction, which I thought was so cute.
And from one ex-boy band member to the next, let's talk about Nick Jonas. Somewhat recently, we got some adorable pictures of Priyanka Chopra's and Nick Jonas's new baby. Their baby girl was born via surrogacy and spent about 100 days in the NICU. The couple thanked all the doctors and nurses who helped them throughout the process, and we wish them the best in parenthood.
Are you breaking free, soaring, flying? Well, this High School Musical actress is probably doing all of the above after announcing her engagement. Vanessa Hudgens posted a photo of her engagement to Cole Tucker, a Pittsburgh Pirates shortstop. I'm so excited to see the wedding pics that will be gracing our Instagram pages soon.
Backstage Pass has some fashion news, BP fans. If you didn't know, Louis Vuitton has chosen Pharrell Williams as the men's creative director. Williams has written iconic songs like Happy, founded a nonprofit known as Yellow, and of course has been in several eye-catching looks. I wonder what this means for the future of this company and fashion as a whole. He may shake things up in a fun way.
As this week's episode is all things Philly, you could probably guess what this Backstage Asks is all about. Let's see who knows Philly and who should be booed.
We are back with another Backstage Asks. This week's theme is
Philly! Yes, this week's theme is Philadelphia, my hometown.
Eric's hometown, my new town.
Your new home.
My new home. And anyways, it's about entertainment that happens here in Philly or anything related to. So let's just go right into it. Okay, what are your names?
I'm Ed.
And I'm Crystal.
My name's Greg.
I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm also Mackenzie.
Maddie.
My name's Haley.
My name's Abby.
Alyssa Vogel.
Aiden. I'm Charlie.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Kalia.
I'm Lawrence.
What set of famous stairs does Rocky Balboa run up in the first Rocky film?
The PMA stairs.
I believe that is the Art Museum stairs.
The Philly Art Museum stairs.
I think it's the Philadelphia Museum stairs.
It's the stairs at the Philadelphia Art Museum.
Art Museum, Philadelphia.
The Art Museum.
The Art Museum steps.
The Philly Art Museum stairs.
Doo-doo.
The book and movie Silver Linings Playbook takes place in Pennsylvania. But what university did author Mark Long graduate from?
All right, well, it's got to be a Philadelphia one. I'm going to guess University of Pennsylvania.
See, this is where you're going to get me, but I'm going to take a very educated guess, and I'm going to say Penn.
UPenn. LaSalle.
Yeah. Woohoo, alum representation.
I don't know, but I can tell you the diner it was filmed at. The Lanark Diner in Havertown.
You heard it here first.
LaSalle. LaSalle.
Oh, LaSalle University.
That is correct. You guys are 2 for 2.
LaSalle University.
LaSalle University.
Yes.
LaSalle University.
Yeah. Wow.
My teacher told me that one. Katie Dunleavy, love you.
What famous Indian American director filmed movies like The Sixth Sense and Glass in Philadelphia?
But I don't know this.
M. Night Shyamalan?
Is that Mr. M. Night Shyamalan?
M. Night Shyamalan.
Shyamalan, or...
We got the idea.
Yeah.
Do you know how to say it? It's M. Night. I don't know how to say it. I don't want to say it wrong. Shyamalan.
M. Night Shyamalan.
I don't know.
No idea.
No idea.
Whoa, 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 yeah.
This 2008 comedy starring Tina Fey and Amy Poehler is set in Philadelphia. What is it called?
I've never seen it.
Baby doll.
I don't know.
Step Brothers.
Baby Mama.
Baby Mama. I love this movie. I watched it with my mom. Love it so much.
Start guessing baby words.
Baby Kim.
What was it?
Baby Kim.
Baby.
Baby what?
Driver.
No.
Is that like the baby mama?
Yeah.
Oh, period.
This actor was born in Philadelphia, came to fame when he starred in Footloose, and his last name is a popular breakfast food.
Kevin Bacon? Someone's name? Sorry, that's mean.
Kevin Bacon.
Is that Sir Bacon? Kevin Bacon?
Yeah, it is Kevin Bacon?
It is Kevin Bacon!
Someone Bacon.
Francis Bacon is definitely in history somewhere.
I can see
think.
his face.
Footloose. Footloose.
Kevin.
Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon.
Oh, that was a good segment.
It was.
These are our freshman crew. They do a lot of like the camera stuff. We thought we'd let them get in front of the camera for once. How do you guys think the LaSalle campus did with all this trivia?
Amazing.
Excellent. Great, I'm really proud of them.
We didn't.
Lots of adjectives there, you know, like that's.
We didn't pay them to say that at all.
But with that, we're gonna head back to the studio for more entertainment.
His name is Matthew Quick, not Mark Long. LaSalle University is a Philly school, so it makes sense that the campus would do amazing at some Philly entertainment trivia. If you're looking for a bit of entertainment yourself, no worries. Hannah and I have some shows and movies that'll do the trick. For starters, Ted Lasso Season 3 will be here on March 15th. Yes, comedy fans, your favorite lovable Jason Sudeikis character is back. For those who don't know, Ted Lasso was a football coach who took a job coaching a British soccer team with little to no knowledge of the sport. If you like a fish out of water comedy, you've got to binge watch this. Maybe Ted Lasso could coach the Eagles next season.
A Netflix hit show called You just released season 4. If you don't know, the show follows serial killer Joe Goldberg and is based on a series of books by Caroline Kepnes. In season 4, Joe Goldberg has a new name, Jonathan Moore, and is in London. Only part 1 has been released, so you can binge that until part 2 comes out March 9th.
If you love the hit television show Community, you may have enjoyed Joel McHale's performance. Well, he's back in a new sitcom mockumentary-style show called Animal Control. In this series, he plays Frank Shaw, the leader of an animal control unit that tends to find themselves into some comical hijinks. The show is out now, so give it a watch.
A little thing about me is that I have an obsession with reality dating shows, and while Eric says it's unhealthy, I can't get enough of them. One of the most popular dating shows is Love is Blind on Netflix. Back in November, they released season 3, and the second part of the season, Love After the Altar, is finally out. There are 3 episodes that tell us some pretty juicy stuff, but the best was how Raven and SK got back together, then got re-engaged, and then he cheated on her. I have no words, but the internet does, so if you want to know all the details, Twitter's got you covered.
Husband and wife Allison Brie and Dave Franco were in Philadelphia to promote their new film, Somebody That I Used to Know. Brie stars in the film that husband Franco directed, and this rom-com seems worth watching. Workaholic Allie recalls memories with her ex when traveling to her hometown and finds out he's getting married to a woman that reminds Allie of somebody she used to be. Sounds like this one might hit home.
Philly will be seen on the big screen again with another Creed movie coming out. Creed 3, directed by Michael Jordan, is going to be released on March 3rd, which is next week, so mark your calendars. The movie actually looks really good and has an ultimate face-off that is, quote, more than a fight. That's pretty dramatic, but drama makes a good movie.
2 words, cocaine, bear. This is the title for a film coming out on February 24th. The story is about a bear who gets into a duffel bag filled with cocaine. Simple as that. Oh, and this is based on a real event from 1984, so this happened, y'all. The promotional team even has a game where you can play as the cocaine bear. But maybe drugged animals aren't your thing. Maybe you're into killer cornfields. Children of the Corn is getting another remake based on the Stephen King novel. A group of children come to worship a cornfield that makes them murder those who enter their town. This reimagining of the story will be in theaters March 3rd and be available to stream on March 21st. I've seen various adaptations, and I'm sure I'll be watching this one too.
The upcoming Super Mario Bros. Movie has been doing some really fun promotion for the film. I think it's because of all the backlash they've been getting for casting Chris Pratt, of all people, as Mario, which I think was a horrible call, but what do I know? I only co-host an entertainment show. But anyways, the Mario marketing team went overboard and created a commercial-style ad. It's pretty cute, so let's take a look.
We're the Mario Brothers, and plumbing's a game. We're not like the others who get all the fame. When your sink is in trouble, you could call us on the double. We're faster than the others, you'll be hooked on the brothers.
Thank you, Super Mario Bros. It seems like the only thing you haven't drained is my bank account. For super service, call or text Super Mario Bros. Plumbing today at 929-55-MARIO. Or reach us on the World Wide Web at smbplumbing.com.
See how cute that was? I am super excited to see the new Mario movie because, Mario Kart is my jam. But there are so many games out there that are other people's jams, so Eric and I are going to share some popular upcoming games. First up is Pikmin 4, a real-time strategy game that revolves around solving puzzles. If you didn't know what Pikmin are, they are these tiny, colorful companions that have different abilities. Pikmin 4 also includes a furry friend that will journey with you. This Nintendo game is set to release this summer and is available for pre-order now.
If you like traveling to far-off places and hunting bounties, then get excited for a new entry in the Assassin's Creed series, Assassin's Creed Mirage. This will be the 13th game in the series and will follow the events of the previous game, Valhalla.
Hey, do you like demon slaying? I know I do, which is why I'm excited for the release of Diablo 4 this summer. Diablo is a popular RPG game where you can slay monsters as you make your way through hell, naturally. Compared to the other games in the series where there is chapter-based progression, Diablo 4 is open world and will have cross-play support on all platforms, which is pretty awesome.
Dead Island 2's release has been moved up a week because of conflicting dates with the new Star Wars Jedi Survivor game. We won't have either of these until late April, but both are in two very different settings. One is an island filled with zombies, and the other is about a guy trying to survive in the Star Wars universe. I say choose whatever game environment sounds more fun, and if you got money like that, get both. So while it's not an island, some would say Philly is like a paradise. Okay, but we do need to get into some actual Philly news in this studio. Luckily, we have some help this week from LTV crew member Kayla McRae to tell us all about movies that have taken place in Philadelphia, and if you prefer going outside, weirdo, LTV's Lucas Alvin has some famous Philly spots he thinks might pique your interest. Take it away, Kayla and Lucas.
When most people think Philly films, the ones that come to mind are the Rocky films, maybe The Sixth Sense, even DC's Shazam. But today I'm here to recommend some Philly films that I've seen that you might not have heard about up front. First is the 1940 film The Philadelphia Story, starring Katharine Hepburn, Cary Grant, and Jimmy Stewart. The movie centers Tracy Lord, a rich woman who plans on marrying her new fiancé, George Kittredge, after divorcing her ex-husband, Dexter. A tabloid reporter is sent to cover the wedding while enlisting Dexter's help. With the two of these men thrown into her life along with her fiancé, Tracy finds herself caught in a love square that makes her come to terms with herself. If you like lighthearted rom-coms with that classic Hollywood flair, this movie is definitely for you. Next up is the 1996 film The Watermelon Woman, starring and directed by Cheryl Dunye, also starring Guinevere Turner and Valerie Walker. Cheryl is a video store worker alongside her best friend by day and a filmmaker by night. Who is the film she's making about? A 1930s black actress known as Faye the Watermelon Woman. We also see Cheryl navigate her new romance between Guinevere Turner's character, Diana. I'm very fond of this film's lighthearted slice-of-life vibe that's part narrative and part mockumentary. It's sort of an underground cult classic, as well as also being known as the first feature film directed by an out black lesbian. That's a fact I find extremely cool. If you're a fan of indie rom-coms and street interviews with Philly atmosphere, check this one out. Next on the list is the 1993 film Philadelphia, starring Tom Hanks and Denzel Washington. In this film, Hanks, a lawyer diagnosed with AIDS, was recently fired from his law firm due to AIDS discrimination. After struggling to find a lawyer who will help him sue in court, he finally finds Washington's character, Joe Miller, who eventually agrees to help him. This is another LGBTQ film, but definitely not a romantic comedy. It's actually quite sad at times. It is surrounding the AIDS crisis after all. You'll definitely like this if you're a fan of courtroom dramas. Next is the 1995 film 12 Monkeys. This sci-fi film stars Bruce Willis, Madeline Stowe, and Brad Pitt. In the year 2035, after a deadly virus has wiped out all but 1% of the Earth's population, convict James Cole is sent back to the year 1996 by scientists to trace the origins of the virus. However, he's accidentally sent to 1990 and finds himself in a mental institution. They think he's insane for warning them of the future. After the events of 2020, though, I wouldn't completely dismiss him, and neither does his psychiatrist, Catherine Riley. It's a race against time and Cole's psyche to find the mystery of the virus origins. I will say, Brad Pitt as the unhinged Jeffrey Goins and Madeline Stowe as the intelligent, sensitive Catherine really stood out to me. The Philly locations, from snowy City Hall to John Wanamaker's to the abandoned Met Concert Hall, were really cool to see. Check this one out if you're a sci-fi thriller fan. I hope some of these Philly films were of interest to you. I'm glad I could share my personal picks. Now back to Hannah and Eric in the studio.
When you think of Philly, what comes to mind? History? Sports? Food? It's probably not movies. That is until today. Hello everyone, I'm Lucas, your overly proud Philadelphian friend and movie enthusiast. And today I'll be showing you some movie-related locations from Philly. Let's run right into it. Starting first with what is generally considered as the city's best-known location, the Philadelphia Art Museum. The Art Museum gained international fame after appearing in the 1976 film Rocky. In a training montage scene, protagonist Rocky Balboa is shown running up the Art Museum steps. Actually, it is super common to see tourists reenact this scene and talk all about how they ran up the Rocky steps. If you're a fan of the horror genre, the chances are you've heard of the filmmaker David Lynch, best known for his works like Twin Peaks and The Elephant Man. But what you may not know is that Lynch used to live in Philadelphia. In the late 1960s, he lived in the Hyde Building, located at the intersection of Wood and North 13th Street. One of Lynch's most terrifying films, Eraserhead, was inspired by this area because of its industrial filth and the fact that Lynch lived across the street from the old city morgue, which, strange enough, is a building that years later I would spend a lot of time in myself, because my high school owned it. So I can clearly understand the inspiration behind his work. This next one's for all you Disney fans out there. Many scenes were shot on location in Philly's Center City area for the 2004 film National Treasure. Yes, the one where Nicolas Cage plays a treasure hunter who steals the Declaration of Independence. Places like outside of Independence Hall, the Liberty Bell, the Franklin Institute, and City Hall are just some of the locations in the film. Before I wrap up, I would like to leave everyone with a thought. Whether or not you're familiar with any of these movies or locations, there's one thing that they all have together with each other, and that is they represent Philadelphia, which is something that no one can take away from them. Even if other cities are known for their movie cultures, it still doesn't change the fact that Philadelphians take a lot of pride in our city's culture. I hope everyone can check out these places firsthand and witness the pride. But do remember to say "Ayo back door" when you're ready to get off the bus. It's a Philly thing. Now let's head back to the studio, John, with Hannah and Eric.
Man, we have the best crew. If you're still looking for something to do this week in Philly, boy, do we have some great Philly finds.
Divorced, beheaded, died. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's this little musical called Six, and it's coming to Philly. Six the Musical is a modern retelling of Henry VIII's Six Wives presented as a pop concert. The Forest Theater on Walnut Street is welcoming the cast of Six starting March 21st.
There are two events that the Philly fashion team is offering. On March 2nd, there will be a student design competition. Maybe you love the feeling of competition, or you love the feeling of fashion, or you need some tips. This is the perfect event to satisfy your fashion needs. I also want to mention their March 3rd networking event. This is perfect for anyone looking to expand their professional fashion connections.
So the Franklin Institute always has something fun going on. Last year they had an amazing exhibit for Harry Potter fans, and this year is something even better. In honor of the Walt Disney Company's 100-year celebration, the Franklin Institute has an exhibit that will immerse guests in all things Disney. From the Disney archives to behind-the-scenes creations of beloved Disney characters, this exhibit is sure to be fun for everyone.
I can smell it in the air. I can taste it. It must be true. It's time for our new obsessions. There are two artists that have been playing in my ears while I walk down the streets of Philadelphia. First is Omar Apollo's new song, Three Boys. This song was really getting in my feels, and it tells a story of pain as it seems like the artist feels like he's being pulled in three directions, romantically. It's more relatable than you think. My second musical obsession is Rihanna. No particular song, just like all of her music. I mean, it's Rihanna. If you need some recommendations, I just tell you to look her up on your preferred music platform and hit play. If you haven't listened to either of these artists, then what are you doing with your life? All right, take it away, Hannah.
My new obsession this week is a musical that I saw at the Academy of Music here in Philly. I went with my mom, hi mom, to see the unique Canadian musical called Come From Away. It is based on true events from the September 11 attacks and when 38 planes were ordered to land immediately and unexpectedly at Gander Airport in Canada. At first I had no idea what was going on, but then it just hits you, and you are brought into the story of love, sadness, and hope. Unfortunately, it isn't playing anymore here in Philly, but there's a live Broadway stream of the Tony Award-winning musical on Apple TV+. I would really recommend it if you want to be moved and just enjoy a heartfelt story.
I can't believe it's the end of our show. I wonder what our viewers thought about our stories, thoughts, and opinions about all the content we covered. I wish there was a place they could connect with us.
Luckily you can, through social media. Get your phone out and follow us on these various platforms seen on your screen. Drop us a follow, leave a comment, and let us know if you have any suggestions. Let's go Birds, and shout out to the Sixers. I'm Hannah Balkowski.
And I'm Eric Valenti. We'll see you next time on Backstage Pass.